My name is Rory Houlihan. I ran for U.S. Senate last spring, 2016, to stop the ticking time bombs, so I could put our economy on track for a bright new day instead of all things ending. Well, I lost the election and am not running, but the ticking time bombs are still here, if not more so. Let me educate you on the ticking time bombs and give you the rest of the story. Part 16A. Head of the stream, the clearest the water. My grandfather was the product of the Great Depression. His father was a commodities trader in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and would walk to the stockyards there just about every morning. He married a Shriver girl, and they lived in Minneapolis for more than 70 years. He lived to 96 years old and got to see me before he died. As for my grandfather, he became a farm machinery supplier operating out of Chicago, traveling around the Midwest selling farm machinery. It was on one of those trips that he met my grandmother at a dance. He was smitten by her and he married her. Their marriage lasted more than 75 years. He died when he was 104, and if not for a staph infection, he probably would still be alive. My grandfather built this business and became a millionaire. But as he would put it, he was only a paper millionaire. When the stock market crashed, so did his business. Those who owed him money on machinery could not pay. Soon he found himself penniless and hitchhiking from Chicago to Milwaukee with his wife and newborn daughter in hand, where a friend had offered him a job. He worked with the Minnesota and Wisconsin legislature trying to put together laws to protect farmers from foreclosure, and my great-grandfather had my grandfather come over to Minnesota to help craft those Minnesota bills. The Minnesota laws soon became the model for the U.S., and my grandfather was lobbying Wisconsin legislature to do the same. Soon, the Roosevelt administration requested my grandfather's help to craft the federal version. In this capacity, he served our farm community during the Roosevelt administration. Grandfather settled in Waukesha, Wisconsin, which was a rural city back then about 18 miles west of Milwaukee. Grandfather became the county chairman during the Roosevelt times and beyond. As a county chairman, my grandfather was active in campaigns. There was a young reporter who wanted to end corruption in Wisconsin. His name was Bill Proxmire. Bill Proxmire was a well-known reporter and businessman who had reported on government corruption. Bill started his government service in the Wisconsin State Assembly. Then Bill had run unsuccessfully for governor 3 times and was about to quit, giving up with politics altogether. But the unexpected death of Joe McCarthy opened up an opportunity. My grandfather talked him into running one more time in a special election for U.S. Senator and helped run Bill's campaign. Bill's military intelligence service during World War II was of great value while he was in the Senate. His ability to investigate government corruption took him to the chair of the Committee of Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs. Folks may know Bill as the senator who handed out the Golden Fleece Award, which he handed out some 168 times during his more than 30 years of service to our country. Again, from August 27, 1957 to January 3, 1989. But he also wrote 2 books. One published in 1972 by Simon & Schuster, Government, The Last of the Big Spenders, and one published in 1980 by Huntington Mifflin Company, The Fleecing of America. My grandfather actually wrote a book in 1970s about selling swampland in Florida, Expos. If you had to watch the 2000, if you happen to have watched the 2016 senatorial debate on WHAS Louisville, you would have heard my answer. What politician is your hero? Bill Proxmire. You should have seen the panel heads pop up from the papers and turn when they heard that too. No doubt in my mind, and in my opinion, Bill Proxmire was one of the finest, most honest senators I have ever met as a young boy, and have learned a lot by eavesdropping on my grandfather, Vince Conboy's, and Bill's conversation. I highly recommend you read Bill's two books. End of part 16A. You have a good and blessed day. Bye.